Hello! I'm so glad you decided to join me today. In today's lesson, we're going to be starting with technique. So for this part of the lesson, we're going to be looking at pentascales, whole and half steps, and scales. Okay, come join me. Let's get started. Hello and welcome. If you're just joining me, we're beginning with Lesson 1, Preparatory Level A. This is Part 1, Technique. So today in Technique, we're going to be looking at pentascales. We're going to be understanding keys and patterns. A pentascale is a 5-note pattern. It's a pattern made up of whole steps and half steps. You can form a major pentascale starting on any note. Let's take a look at the piano and see what a pentascale looks like. So we're looking at pentascales on our keyboard. Now you might be asking, why do I have these gems on my keyboard? It's simply to help show you the pattern of whole steps and half steps. So let's start. So from middle C, let's put our thumb on middle C. From C to D is a whole step. Now you can see that I have a little gem in between. From D to E is another whole step, and I have a gem in between. Now from E to F, there is no gem. Therefore, it is a half step. From F to G is a whole step because there is a gem in the middle. Now, the great thing about a major pentascale is you can play a pentascale starting on any note. But for today, we're going to start with pentascales on the note C. So find your middle C and let's play that pentascale together. Are you ready? Here we go. Whole step, half step, and whole step. Try it again with me. Here we go. Ready, play. Good. Now let's review one more time the pattern of whole steps and half steps. So remember, from C to D is a whole step because there's a gem in the middle. From D to E is another whole step because we have our gem. From E to F, is there a gem? No, there's not. So we know this is a half step. And from F to G, we know that's another whole step. All right. Now that we've seen what pentascales look like on our piano, let's take a closer look at the pattern of whole steps and half steps. So we're going to take a closer look at pentascales, and we want to look at the keys and the pattern that create a pentascale. So let's start by looking at the 5-note pattern. The pattern of a pentascale is made up of whole steps and half steps for the major pentascale. Let's take a look. Do you remember when we were playing the pentascale on our keyboard, we had a series of whole steps and half steps? Let's look at the whole step, whole step, whole step. But what comes in between? Do you remember? It was a half step. All right, let's write the names of the notes just here. Follow along with me. Let's write the letter C, D, E, F, and G. Let's go back to our highlighter. Let's highlight from C to D is a what? A whole step. Yes. From D to E is what? Another whole step. Perfect. I think you're getting the hang of this. From E to F, it's different because it's a half step. And from F to G is another whole step. Now, how do we know again that from E to F is a half step? We know that because there is no note in the middle. One more time, let's write our pattern. Whole step, half step, and whole step. So I want to say a job well done to you. You have completed this lesson. Learning a new instrument is not easy. I want to let you know I'm really proud of you, and I'll see you at your next lesson.